Is this a Liberation Day exit pump or a legit Bitcoin breakout? If you're wondering that, guys, you are not alone. Hey, it's Keith Allen. Hope you're navigating the week okay. Well, the quarter's off to a strong start. That's good news, right? Bitcoin price and really all markets seem to be recovering today. Also good news. The only problem for me is why is it happening today? You know, today is Liberation Day, the quote unquote Liberation Day, where Trump announces what tariffs are going to be. And this is kind of a long awaited thing. And you would expect that the market would wait until we got these announcements. But this market has historically been impatient. And well, why should that change now? Right. And so we've had some interesting price action here through the past week, and certainly a strong start to the quarter that looks good. Whether this develops into a full-fledged breakout or a fake out remains to be seen. But in this analysis, we're going to go ahead and look at really the key levels that we need to watch to know, because let's face it, regardless of what gets announced today in tariffs, maybe they're the same as what was expected. Maybe some are higher, maybe some are lower, maybe some get dialed back, maybe some get kicked down the road to another date. Tomorrow, next week, next month, whatever the case, it could all change. So I don't know how much stock we can actually put in what we hear and what we learn today. But what I do know is the charts don't lie. So we're going to look at these key levels and we're going to see if we can make any determinations based on what we're seeing in the charts, see if we can get some guidance out of that. As always, live chat is open. So I would love to have you join me. If you've got questions, if you've got comments, we want them all. I do my best to address the questions. And I love hearing insights from you guys. So by all means, this is a hot topic today. Would love to hear you chime in. Again, live chat is open on YouTube. If you're watching on X and you can't live chat there and you make a comment, I'll go back and I will engage with those later on today. And as always, do me the favor of smashing the buttons, especially the share and subscribe button, so we can help. So you can help me grow this channel. I appreciate that. And now we will climb into the charts. I'm going to start on the candle chart here. And I'll tell you what, I woke up to something that I was excited about when I saw it. And then when I saw the reality of it, it kind of pissed me off. And I will show you exactly what I mean here. As you can see on the daily chart, we had, look at this candle today, by the way. Crazy wick down past the trend line. And on this exchange, actually a lower low. So I got excited by this because I had bids laddered all the way down to here. And then I clicked over to the exchange that I'm trading on and realized that none of those orders got filled. They just missed me. Well, the top ones were just missed and the lower ones weren't even close. So that was not great news for me this morning. But hey, maybe we'll get another retest. I don't know. And this actually is pointing to a potential, where the potential of that lies. Look at this. We have, yesterday was the RS flip on the 21-day moving average. Of course, we wicked through that below, so that's not a validated flip at this point. But at the moment, we're well above that. Not only are we well above the 21-day moving average, but a solid attempt to flip the 200-day moving average. This is an important one. And as we can see, price pulling back off of the day's highs and potentially going to risk losing that here today. And losing these levels obviously opens the door to go back and retest support down here and potentially go lower. And conversely, going higher, staying above this level, then working on the 50-day and then ultimately up here. Notice where this 100-day moving average is. It's right there around 93,400 or so. Let's click over to my other chart where I have some interesting info at that level. Look where the confluence is, right at the 2025 open. And as I've been telling you guys for weeks, this is the level that Bitcoin needs to flip to get back onto that trajectory, to get back to that bull run that we've all been excited about. And so this correction doesn't bother me in the least bit. In fact, I'm very happy we've had this correction because I picked up some cheaper Bitcoin. Hope you did too. And if we go back and retest these levels, then I would suggest that, you might consider those opportunities as well. Now, could we go lower? Yes, we can, and we've discussed that in depth here recently. Essentially, every line is a potential target, and I think that continues at least down to the 2021 top, potentially. Not a high probability for me at this point, but it would be a full retrace of the Trump pump that began on November 5th, Election Day, and bring us right back down to where it all began. And I've even heard speculation that we could see things go back down to the 65K level, which has some confluence here, as that what with the 2021 mid-cycle top, right, which was right here at around 65K. So, yeah, is that a possibility? Yes. Is it a high probability at the moment? I think I don't think it is. But we don't speculate. We let the charts tell us. And breaking down from here would obviously be an indication that things are going to go lower. Now, I've shared a new chart with you guys here recently, and it's a new indicator that we have called the timescape indicator, and here it is, clean right here. I did draw the trend line on it, but this is showing us our quarterly and yearly opens, and actually this is the first week of the year as well. And so, based on these levels, and this is like really basic, simplified, maybe even oversimplified TA, that a breakdown from here would lead us to the next time-based support level down at that 71 level. And I would maintain that if we got that low, there's a real good chance. As you can see, these get overshot a lot. There's a real good chance that we could go down and wick to that 69K level. At the moment, very strong quarterly open that had some follow through with an RS flip of the trend line, an RS flip of the 21-day moving average, and today an attempt and currently holding above the 200-day moving average. So all of this is bullish in my opinion. And if it continues and we can RS flip this yearly open at this 93.3, 93.5 level, depending on what exchange you're on, that to me paints a solid picture for a number of things, including unwinding these crossed moving averages, right? We get the golden, we've had the death crosses. Now we're looking for the golden crosses to bring things the other way. So that would be good. And momentum would flow through. If we can get back above this level, then of course we have to, go the next level at a time. And so I'll take it back to my primary chart because we've looked at this one so much. You guys probably have more familiarity with it. I would expect that we would have some resistance here around the 100K level. As you saw in that timestamp chart a second ago, we do have some time-based resistance around mid 98K level. So it would make sense to be consolidating around here, maybe have some resistance here, 98, in between that 98 and 100K range until we flip it. This is the key level that we need to flip first, right here at this currently where the 100-day moving average is, which coincides with the 2025 open. Once we flip this, then we can take on this level in this 98 to 100K range and grind our way up, right? I want to see this flipped. I want to see consolidation above 100K before we just rip to all-time highs again. So again, it's level by level for me. Now, I want to show you what's happening in fire charts because that always seems to be a hot topic, and we've been tracking Spoofy the Whale for quite some time. Let's zoom out a little bit for anybody who might be new to the stream to give you a quick overview of Spoofy the Whale, and that's these large blocks of ask liquidity that have been moving up and down the order book since the beginning of March. And this is well documented. We've seen all these moves. We've forecasted the price action that would go along with those moves, and it's played out pretty much as expected. And so over the weekend, we had Spoofy have a little change of plans, right? We saw some rapid movements, some subtle movements, which we could see probably a little bit clearer here on the weekly chart. And we saw some bids that coincided with those with these asks. We saw some bids line up with those, which gave us an indication that perhaps Spoofy the Whale was starting to buy this range. So the whole game has been to push price down into those bids and start buying Bitcoin at a discount. And now, once they at least satisfied some of that, some of the latter still exists, but once they satisfied some of that, we saw a brief roof pull. Price started to move up, and then another ladder of asks came down. So some of what was bought cheap may have already been sold. Profit taking, right? Nothing wrong with that. That's the trading game. But I would expect that these asks would get pulled or moved before they got completely filled, right? They're bigger from the top to the bottom. The highest one here, as you can see, is much larger. That's a 66 million. Then we move into like 24 million, and they get progressively smaller from there. And some of them have actually now been broken up and moved. This was another 10 million down here, and it's starting to break up and get moved as well. So let me go back to adding that filtering so we can see it better. So yeah, some of this is getting filled here. Are they going to let the rest of it get hit? I would be shocked if all of this gets filled. I would be shocked if they make it this high without, up to that say 89, 90K level without moving at least the top rung, if not both of these larger blocks. Either pull them all together or move them higher. Now, if he pushes things down, if he starts lowering the boom on the market, then we will see price retreat again, and then we get another potential support test. So what I've been watching through all of this, which has been kind of remarkable, is that despite the suppression that we were seeing, we saw whales buying, and that has continued. Have they come off the top a little bit? Yes, they have, but still largely in the game here. And so with tariffs now, we're less than 10 minutes away from that announcement. We're going to see exactly how the market reacts to that. Actually, it's you think it's a coincidence that he's making this announcement after TradFi has closed? Not at all, right? That's strategic by design. So we're not going to see how TradFi responds to it, but TradFi has had a great day today, as crypto has. And so we will see how the crypto market and the after hours TradFi market is going to be where the real volatility happens here over the next 12, 18 hours or so until TradFi opens again tomorrow. So we got that going for us. Sebster, good to have you here, man. Let's see what's up. Yes, interesting times indeed. He's going to speak in a few minutes. So that press conference is scheduled for 4 p.m. Eastern time in the White House Rose Garden. That's in 8 minutes. So I'm going to wrap it here. I'm going to give you one more shot, but one more view of the order book here. I'm going to zoom out actually, so you can get a bigger, broader perspective of what's happening. You can see a whole rung, a whole ladder worth of ask liquidity has been moved or left. Some of it may have come down into this. Some of it may have been pulled. Nonetheless, we have a lot of overhead resistance here, a lot of liquidity up above, keeping price in check at least until after this announcement. So it's going to be really interesting to see if Spoofy gives us a roof pull after this announcement and we see price continue to appreciate, or if he lowers the boom and tries to push price back down again. Again, the key levels you're looking at here, this 200-day moving average, can we hold it? We're right on the cusp of it right now, and the 50-day is not too far above it in terms of a possible RS flip if the market responds positively to what's happening here today. Of course, breaking down the 21-day moving average means we're likely going lower. And with that, we're going to wrap it for today and head over to the news and see what the president has to say about these tariffs. And we'll be watching the charts. If I see anything major developing, I'll do my best to keep you guys updated along the way. Hope this is helping you gain some insight and trade smarter. make some smarter trading decisions. And by the way, if you haven't done so yet, the conversation is ongoing in our Telegram group and the Material Indicators Telegram group. Links to join that group. It's free. Links to it are in the description of the YouTube video, but they're also on the Material Indicators profile page on the X platform. All right, guys, have a great day. And Sebster, yes, I agree. Let's hope it's a buy the news event. But quite frankly, how often is there a buy the news event? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it would be a buy the rumor, sell the news. So we'll see. Have a great day, guys.